Hello Internet, I'm Josue, and this is Aethermancer by Moirai Games. Another interesting demo I found on Steam. It seems to be some sort of roguelike pet summoning or pet management game. I'm not really sure what it's about, but it had like very positive or overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. So we're going to dive into the demo and see what it has to offer. Right off the bat, the art style here is very cool. Let's see what this game's about. For too long, you've overstepped your place. Void will cover every city of our world, starting in Vigil. A fitting end, if considered. All was created. Now all shall share our fate. First, the fractured ruins. Then all Terrastay. Then you, Mithras, Syriax. All right, some sort of portent of the end of the world. Interesting. Okay, so it's like a 16-bit pixel graphics, top-down isometric style. First monster, choose your soul-bonded monster. You can start with this monster in future runs. So we have Sharuf, Worthiness 1, Level 1, Health 40, Elements Earth and Fire, Types Critical Purge and Burn, Actions and Traits Scorched Earth. Whenever this monster applies one or more burn stacks to an enemy, breaks one poison on them. This type focuses on critical hits, great at dealing damage and breaking poise. Purging enemy ether, which can prevent enemy actions. Burn stacks deal damage to enemies whenever they try to use ether. Okay, we also have grapple here. 2x3 damage against enemy target, purges one enemy ether, and ignite. 3x3 damage, applies 2 burn. Or we can select Jotun. More of a tank character than a damage character. Has Rhyme. Whenever damage is dealt to this monster's shield, deals a combined water wind hit to the attacker. Roar, shield self, ice smash. You know, I think I like Sharuf better. We can see the details here. No equipment. Grapple, ignite, scorched earth. Okay. I guess I hit space for rebirth. Select Sharuf as the starter. Confirm. Okay. Sharuf memento unlocked. Syriax. Okay, so this was the person who was cursed by the speaker in the opening. We're inside the void now. The entirety of the fractured ruins has been... Well, does that voice really fit him? He looks more ethereal and wispy. We are inside the void. I can't really do that. We're inside the void now. The entirety of the fractured ruins has been devoured by it. Wild monsters roam this area. My old friend, I'll once again require your support in battle. Okay, no boon active. We have Sharuf. So I can move around, it looks like. I can right-click to bring up the tutorial interface. I don't know if I have, like... Okay, so I can hold the mouse to move as well as WASD. I don't know if I have an attack or what. Here we go. A wild monster is blocking our path. We'll have to fight it. Okay, how do I fight it? I just run into it. Okay, and that opens the battle interface. Looks like this might be turn-based. Okay, monsters can use different actions in combat. Most actions cost ether to be used. There are 4 different elements of ether: fire, earth, water, and wind. You currently do not have much ether. Your only option is to use your monster's basic attack, which can always be used to generate additional ether based on your monster's elements. Okay, so the basic attack is a 2x2 damage against the target enemy, generates fire and earth enemy. Ether, rather. Capture, crafts a memento of target staggered monster. I don't have a staggered monster. Monster flask, heals target ally for 15, 3 charges. Basic attack, grapple, and ignite. Okay, so we're gonna use our basic attack. I don't know what the 2x2 means. Is that like a positioning or... Space to select target. Okay, it seemed like he hit for 2 damage twice and got a bonus on the second one. Every enemy has a poise weakness. The color of the diamond icon next to their health bar corresponds to the element they are weak to. Attack those enemies with enough hits of that element and they will be staggered. A staggered enemy skips its next action and all damage against it is increased by 50. Try it out. You have enough ether now to stagger your enemy. Okay. It said... next to the diamond? Oh. It's weak to earth, it looks like. Grapple. Okay, looks like this will do 2 times 3 damage against the target enemy. Purges 1 enemy ether. So they'll lose, I guess, this blue ether. I have 2... I guess I have 2 earth and 2 fire. This is going to cost 1. Yeah, all right. So the red number here shows what your ether goes down to. He's got 3 wind and 1 water. So if we grapple, I don't know if it's random, but this should stagger him. 3 and 3 and stagger. He lost his water, so he misses his next action. The enemy is now staggered, which means you can capture. Okay. The capture action lets you gain a monster's memento, which permanently unlocks that monster across all runs. Use the capture action on the enemy now. It's one of the Aethermancer's actions. Okay. Wolptinger memento unlocks water and wind. Okay, so that doesn't defeat the monster, but it does capture the memento. Okay. So this little earth icon is kind of broken. I guess that means he can't be staggered a second time. Why don't we just go for ignite here? Just to see that in action. Nice. Victory. Okay. Sharuf gains some worthiness, which I guess is the XP mechanic. This is the worthiness screen. Your monsters gain worthiness in combat through a variety of means like dealing damage, healing allies, or preventing enemy actions. Worthiness provides small permanent bonuses to your monsters, which persist when you rebirth your monsters on future runs. Okay, so the worthiness went up to 13. Not sure what I clicked there. Okay, it's dropped some sort of orb. Loot drop, common. You gained orb equipment. Ether plus 1, but health is reduced by 6. Okay. So if I go to my inventory, I have my artifacts, I have my mementos. Blank memento can be used in combat to craft the memento of a monster. Monster soul, rebirth the monster in the monster shrine. Sharuf memento or Wolpertinger. You have the orb equipped. So your health is reduced to 34, but you gain an ether. I'm not sure what it means by gain an ether. Maybe it starts? Starts combat with an ether? Not sure. Okay. So, alright, that's blocked. I don't have like a jump or anything. I just kind of have WASD. So let's continue along the path. Ah, there's a monster shrine over there. These constructs have been created by my kind over the course of thousands of years. I can perform a monster rebirth there. We should do so. Safety in numbers. Alright. Let's summon the Wolpertinger. Monster rebirth allows you to add a new monster to your party. You only require a monster soul to do so. Each monster shrine may only be used once. You start each run with 3 monster souls. Each monster shrine offers you a random selection of monsters equal to the amount of monster souls you have. However, you also need to unlock monsters first by capturing their mementos. You currently only have the memento of the monster you fought earlier, so that's the only option available to you here. Alright, let's rebirth the Wolpertinger. Okay, so he joins my party, along with the Sharuf. Across. Okay, we've got 2 monsters here. This time, let's initiate combat by performing a Void Blitz. This ability allows the Aethermancer to ambush the enemies, which removes 2 poise from the targeted enemy. This makes them easier to stagger in combat. Space. The fire one, we can probably do something with Wolpertinger, but then we can do something to this one too. All right, let's do the closer one. So we Void Blitz. He's staggered. Your party is almost complete. You just need your third monster now. To add a third monster, you need at least one more memento. Stagger one of these enemy monsters to use the capture action on it to gain its memento. Good luck. Okay, so this creature or this creature? So what do I have? I've got lots of ether stored up. What do we want to do here? You're already kind of staggered. You're weak to wind and you're weak to fire. I don't have enough to ignite here. I could grapple. There's some interesting... There's an interesting thing happening here. I'm not quite sure what that is. I can't swap to the other guy's turn. Apply burn to a target. I'm not sure what these are. I'm not sure what the status symbol means. Well, regardless, I have grapple. So we'll do earth damage to you. 2x3 to him or 2x5 to him because he's in trouble. This might stagger him and let me capture him. Let's go against this guy. Let's take him out. Okay. So now my Wolpertinger, I can either do a basic attack or the bubble trick. Are you staggered? Okay, we got fire and wind on the cockatrice. So I could do a basic attack here to earn more ether. I'm not sure. This says it needs 2. We only have 1. Okay. So do I want to do a basic attack here to generate more? I think I do. Okay. He took 2 damage and did something I didn't understand. Okay. Ignite. 3x3, 3x5. That gets him down to 1 health. The 2x burn. Okay, that took care of him. What does this do? 2x6? That'll stagger this guy. Wait, before I do, I wonder if I should capture him as well. He's not staggered yet. All right, let's do the wind kick here. Okay, now he's staggered. So he skips his action. Now I can capture him, I think. Fire and water. Okay. And then what do we want to do for you? A grapple. Purges an enemy ether. Or applies burn. Either one will kill him, so... Alright, let's go for the burn. This is a pretty cool system. I don't fully understand everything yet, but... You earn some worthiness. Detailed worthiness information. Damage dealt. Oh, actions prevented. So this is showing how I earned each of these values. So the damage dealt, 34 dealt, translates to +3 worthiness. Okay, combat duration, ether generated, actions prevented. Got it. Okay. You leveled up. New trait available. Okay. Aura. This trait affects all allies or enemies at once. You can only have one of each aura trait across all monsters in your party. Auras don't stack. Crit chance grants each hit a chance to land a critical hit, which deals 50% more damage rounded up and +1 poise damage. And burn. When this monster consumes ether to use an action or gets interrupted, deals X fire damage to it. X equals amount of stacks. So this is an aura. All allies gain +5 crit chance against enemies for every stack of burn on them. Rising Fire is an aura. Whenever burn triggers on an enemy, applies burn to the enemy with the lowest amount of burn. So this builds up your stacks. This rewards you for building up stacks. And whenever an enemy gets attacked for the second time in the same turn, triggers burns on them. This feels like if I get burn on someone, then it sustains over time. So this is better for longer combats. I get a free burn if I attack the same guy twice, which I'm likely to do, because usually I want to burn somebody down rather than distribute damage. This is better for like boss fights, I guess. We build up. This might be better. Yeah, this is better for like big tanky enemies, right? Or bosses, because you start stacking burn and then you get more crit chance. Both of these are for longer fights. This one is for shorter fights. I think. Maybe I'll take Burning Mark here. Seems fine. And we picked up an item. A common orb. Armor. At the start of your turn, shield self for 2. Okay. You can have him wear it. Wait, what was this? Void jump. You're up at a height now. You can use the void dash to dash between cliffs. When you get close enough to another cliff, you can see Phantom of Syriax to indicate that you can void dash. Try it out here by dashing to the other cliff. Press left shift to dash when you see the Phantom. Okay. All right. Okay, so I have to jump down there. Can I? Oh, I can jump up. So I can void jump and void dash. Oh, it's Lily. Hello. A body made of ether, the fellowship of beautiful little monsters. You must be an Aethermancer. I hope you're here to help us out, not cause more problems. I'll try my best. Who's us? Sorry, rude of me not to introduce myself. I'm Lily, resident witch of Pilgrim's Rest. You should come visit sometime. It's beautiful when there isn't a void threatening to swallow it whole. Perhaps I will. My name's Syriax. I hope that no ill fate befalls Pilgrim's Rest and its people. Oh, that's sweet of you to say. I knew it. Somebody with a band of monsters following them around can't be a bad person. How about this? Meet me in Pilgrim's Rest and I'll offer you my services. I'm an expert at soul bonding, you see. Soul bonding uses a monster's memento to bond its soul to you, which means it's always there when you need it. So wherever I go into the void anew, it's there at my side if I choose it. That could be useful indeed. Exactly. Also, I can help you out whenever we run across each other in the void. Here, I found this blank memento. You can use it to craft the memento of a monster, right? Okay, I can get another monster now. Some coins there. Does she have anything else to say? I hope I could help you and your monsters out. Huh. Was I supposed to dash here? There we go. I have to be facing the right direction, it looks. Okay. Some monsters will attempt to ambush you. When you get close to them, you can press space to use Void Parry to counter their ambush, giving the same advantage as when you use Void Blitz. Okay. Alright, so you're staggered. I kind of want this purple guy. I bet we can just destroy this guy pretty fast. He's got 2x burn. When this monster consumes ether to use an action or gets interrupted, deals X fire damage to it. X equals amount of stack. So 2 damage. Okay. I don't have any ether here, so let me use a basic attack to kill this guy to some degree. Okay, the fire should kill him. Oh, he healed himself somewhat. Okay, now I want to stagger this guy, but it looks like I need the bubble trick to do it. Applies sidekick to self. What is sidekick? When another ally attacks, triggers a sidekick attack on this monster. Oh, okay. Then consumes a stack. All right, that's kind of cool. Let's sidekick this guy. I think, yeah, now I can capture him. No, I can't. He had one more thing to do. Okay. So what do I want to do here? A basic attack on the tree guy should kill him and trigger the sidekick attack, I guess. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. He's poisoned. That's not good. Let me see if I can stagger him to get his memento. That's nice. Okay, now we'll capture him. The Tatzelwurm. I like that. And then let's just ignite him to finish him off. Didn't even need the sidekick attack. Okay. It's a pretty cool system. I very much like the artwork. And the system's interesting enough that it's kind of keeping me engaged. Okay, you leveled up. So we don't want an aura because you can only have one of each aura trait across all monsters in your party. So I can't have more than one aura. All right, so we have options here. Shock. On interrupt. Triggers when an enemy action is interrupted. Actions get interrupted when the enemy is staggered, killed, or when the enemy lacks ether required to pay for the action's cost. Deal 6 fire wind damage. Hit to that enemy. Deal a 6 fire wind damage hit to that enemy. So on an interrupt, get 6 free damage. For every 3 ether purged or stolen by this monster, applies power to self. Increases the damage of each hit by 1. That seems hard to do. Controlled burn. We've already got... I think I'm going to take shock here. We've already got some burn stuff going on. We gained a monster soul. What does that do for me? I want my inventory. Use a rebirth. Okay. And then I've got all my mementos. So I have no more capturing mechanic, but I can rebirth monsters. If I find another shrine, I can get a 3rd one. And right now I have earth, fire, water, wind, which I guess is all 4 elements. So these are the 2 I have out. Settings, forfeit run. I don't have the journal. So I could get a cockatrice, an orthrus, or a tatzelwurm, but I don't remember what they do. These branching paths lead deeper into the void. I can sense that each path will take me to a different zone, all part of the same biome, but with a different fate in store for me. This is but the beginning of my journey towards the core of the void. Okay, so there's like kind of like a Slay the Spire mechanic here, but we don't see the overall map. So this looks like combat. I don't know what these other 2 would represent. Is there any kind of... Like this might be maybe a merchant or magic? And then I don't know what this is. Alright, let's see what this next zone, Ether Spring. Envoy. Knight. So Knight is probably a boss monster. Envoy is some sort of like merchant. And Ether Spring might be some sort of upgrade thing. I don't know, let's try... Maybe we'll try the Knight here. Pilgrimage Path. Okay. Tatzelwurm. When choosing your monster, you should primarily consider the monster's signature trait, elements, and types. This way you can quickly identify what the monster's strengths are and what role it can play in combat. Okay, so the Tatzelwurm has regeneration and poison. Signature trait is Primeval Blight. On crit applies poison. Monster gains +3 crit chance for every poison stack. So that could be good against a boss. This guy's a tank with burn and dodge, hot temper, retaliate, applies 1 temporary power to self. Every 10 times this trait triggers, applies 5 burn to each enemy. So you're for facing large groups. And then sidekick, power, and heal. On attack, if it was this monster's first attack of the turn, heals the ally with the lowest health by 3. If it was this monster's second attack of the turn, applies power to self. I don't know how it would get a second attack. I like the idea of having some heal. Regeneration is only for himself, though. Critical and poison. Maybe we'll take the Orthrus here. I kind of like this. He's got water and fire. You have water and wind. You have earth and fire. I do like the idea of the poison, too, though. I don't know where the regeneration comes in. Constant sustain throughout combat. No, I think we'll go Orthrus here. All right, so we got Cheruf, Wolpertinger, and Orthrus. Let's get out here and start exploring. I can't seem to leave. I can't seem to leave this area, so I'm not sure what to do about that. Do I go back the way I came? Oh, here's the knight. Sir Tiberian. Hail, fellow void delver. Ah, you have a terrible affliction upon you. Your head is on fire. That's just my face. I'm an Aethermancer. My name's Syriax. Ha ha ha. Apologies, I've never met an Aethermancer before. Let me introduce myself too. I am Sir Tiberian, a noble knight on his epic quest. I like to collect equipment, you see. Sometimes I'm even able to upgrade them. Let me show you what I can do for you. Sir Tiberian holds a small box to his ear and shakes it. I'm trying to figure out what's in this mystery loot box. There's 2 pieces of equipment in there. How about it, my fellow Void Delver? Should we open it up and take 1 equipment each? You get first pick. Do you open the mystery loot box? So I can gain gold or pick equipment. Excelsior! Will you look at this loot? I can get the talisman. Whenever a buff is applied to this monster, 20% chance to apply another stack of the same buff. Cannot trigger with itself. On action, 50% chance to generate random ether. Well, I guess we'll take the rare talisman. Oh, so that one's good. I mean, good choice. So, I guess... I don't know who can apply buffs to themselves. I guess we'll do that. Persevere, fellow Void Delver. Every step you take brings you closer to the completion of your quest. So can I go in here and move things around? Like, how do I trade? I think equipping things might be permanent? I don't know. He's got the ether talisman. So he could apply power to himself and then might get a second stack. And if he gets sidekick, he can apply sidekick to himself. So I guess that's not terrible. I don't know that there's a way to manage equipment. It doesn't seem like it. All right, so that's there forever now. So I've sort of already forgotten how... So I can spacebar, I think. What is this? I don't know what this is. Doesn't seem to... I don't seem to be able to interact with it. Can't I... Space Void Blitz. You have a small time window left to perform Void Blitz using space. What did it say? Oh, I missed the second part of that. Your monsters don't have to fight alone. The Aethermancer can also use certain actions in combat, such as artifacts. Artifacts are special items that you can use in combat. Each artifact has a certain number of charges, which are refreshed whenever you get to a rest site. So you don't have to worry about losing them when you use them. So I have a monster flask to heal. Okay, that's not going to do much. So we should do the 2 guys who can do sidekick first, I think. Oh, did you get a new power? How did you get that? This two-headed guy can attack twice. Fire Fang applies sidekick. Generates. So he's got that thing. If we use this against the cockatrice, it could stagger it, right? Because it's weak to it. What happened there? He's planning to do a basic attack, a toxic slash, and an aqua pounce. All right. You can't go again. Looks like I'm locked into you now. And the only thing you can do is a basic attack. Let's just knock this guy out if we can. Here's the sidekick attack. Okay. Now you get to go. For some reason you have this fire clause, so let's... Well, hold on. Yeah, that would kill him. Okay. Or stagger him at least. And then kill him. Okay. That was a big hit. More than I was expecting. They're splitting their damage, which is great. Okay. Okay, so I can use the Monster Flask to heal my friend here. He's at 19 out of 35. So that heals him one shy of full. Let's do that. He is poisoned, so he's going to take more damage. Let's see. You have water, you have wind. Let's use our wind kick against this guy. Maybe stagger him. I don't quite understand why that didn't work. We could apply burn. 2x6 is 12. Purge an enemy ether. Apply burn. Maybe I should have done the sidekick attack first. He doesn't have that burn stack. Here, you're hitting quite hard here. Not sure I fully understand the combat mechanics well enough to be efficient here in combat. Beware, at least one of your enemies is going to reset its poison this turn as part of its reset action. Apart from resetting its poise, reset actions generate run random ether and trigger an additional effect based on the individual monster. Enemies use reset actions the turn after they were staggered or when enough turns pass in combat without them getting staggered. Okay. Looks like Aqua Pounce will stagger this guy. There's the sidekick kill. And he's healing himself, I guess. And then this is enough to kill this guy, so let's do that. Okay, yeah, the systems for the combat are a little bit, they're kind of intricate. I'm not fully understanding them yet. But, you know, it's an interesting, it's very much a cool combat system. And I like turn-based games quite a bit. Okay, a common talisman. So what do I do here? I can either replace I think I can either replace an existing one or scrap it. Scrap talisman common to gain 3 gold. Okay. Still not sure what to do with this stack of boxes up here. Idrilvari, afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. Checking out a game called Aethermancer today. This must be an elemental challenge. They say it's up to the gods themselves whether one may pass it unscathed. You may send in one of the earth monsters in your party to take on the earth elemental challenge. They have a 50% chance to succeed, and they may retry until they succeed the challenge. On success, the monster gains 1 experience and 100 worthiness. On failure, the monster is afflicted with 3 corruption. Well, I don't know what corruption is, but let's let Sharuf take on the challenge and see how he does. Successfully passed it. Well, that's lucky. 100 worthiness is a lot. And he levels up to 3 here. New action available. Okay. A free action can be used without ending the monster's turn. Only one free action per turn. Consumes 2 burn among enemies as additional cost. Generates fire ether. Gets him a lot of fire ether. Okay, chain lightning. Does 2 times 6 damage against target enemy. On a crit, deals an additional 1 times 6 to the enemy with the lowest health that didn't receive additional damage this way yet. Generates fire and wind ether or lava bolt. 1 times 13 consumes all fire earth ether plus 1 poison damage and applies 2 burn for each. I like the idea of lava bolt here. Let's grab that for him. All right, now I'm really not sure where to go. Still can't do anything here. There's some random loot there in the ground. Yeah, I can't leave this area. I already talked to the knight. Okay, let me check the edges here. Maybe I missed something. Is there a dash? I didn't see a dash crystal. Nothing left to do here. Yeah, I'm a little... Okay, I'm a little stunned. Wait, what was that? Oh, the big sword here. A colossal sword that must be carried by a colossal human or monsterkin. Not something even bigger. Okay. All right, what am I missing? Where do I go next? Do I need to get through here? Ah, here we go. Okay. You're back up at a height now. If you perform a Void Blitz from a height on an enemy that is on the ground, it will lose 3 poison instead of 2. Okay. What is this? This must be what the monster can call a blessed pond. For a simple offering of coin, it may cleanse one's soul. The blessed pond beckons to your monsters. A trace of the monster deity's power still remains here. You may offer coins to the pond to cleanse your monsters of their corruption. I don't have any corruption as far as I know. Do I have corruption? I don't think so. Oops. Okay, so I want to dash over here. Let's go after the poison one first. Okay, you're fighting an ooze. Its signature trait can be tricky to fight against as it can deal increasing amounts of damage to your whole party if left unchecked. You can inspect your enemy's signature traits by pressing F to use the inspect feature in combat. Okay. The signature trait... Putrid Odor. On action, applies 2 poison to self. Whenever poison triggers on this monster, enemies also take damage from it. All right, so we want to burn it down fast then. Corruption Cleanse +2. What is this? Oh, okay. Increases damage of each hit by 1. So Putrid Odor is the damage, is the danger. All right. So you have 4, in order to stagger you, you have 4, what is that, earth? Who goes first here? How do we do this? I have Fire Fang. That applies Sidekick, and he might get 2 stacks of it as well. You have Toxic Slash, which applies poison to the enemy. I don't think I want to do that. You have Grapple, which purges an ether, or Lava Bolt, which consumes all fire ether and applies poison damage and burn. So if I do this, if I do this Fire Fang, that uses up my fire ether, so then I can't do Lava Bolt. I could do grapple. Which is better here? I think lava bolt is better. I do like the sidekick, but then I can't use lava bolt. This generates water and wind ether. Maybe I'm better off doing a basic attack. Because then we'll have an extra fire ether for the burn stack. All right, let's do a basic attack on the slime. That should generate one more fire ether here. Yeah, and then we do the lava bolt. And we should apply 4 stacks of burn and do a poise damage. Oh, looks like he's already staggered-ish. All right. Yeah, he got staggered and 4 stacks of burn. Okay. That leaves you. This guy does poison and this guy helps out his allies. So I might be better off just focusing down the slime before it can do anything. Sidekick is a good application here. Nobody else is using water ether, so all right, let's do 6 damage here, I guess. That puts him at 8. You come in with your toxic slash. I knew you were gonna do that. Basic attack from you. Okay, so now we want to finish off the slime. I think I do want to use Fire Fang first. That's a little overkill for this guy, though. Your basic attack can kill him. Generate fire and earth ether. You can kill him with a basic? Alright, kill him with a basic. Okay, so... Can I see their buffs here? Oh, is that your corruption? Maybe that is your corruption. So you healed the ally with the lowest health with that attack, I think. I don't know how you see their various buffs and stacks of stuff. All right, I think we want to take out Poison Man next. Maybe I stagger him with Bubble Trick first. Yeah, let's stagger him with Bubble Trick. And then I guess... Yeah, well, he's staggered, so he's not going to take an action. Let's instead go after this guy. Apply some stacks of burn to him. There's the sidekick kicking in. Okay. You're going to do Toxic Slash. You're going to do Fire Fang. All right, so let's see if we can kill them both. That uses 2 Fire Ether and can kill any of them. You've got 10, you've got 9. Let's kill the poison guy. Let's finish. Okay. That feels like that went pretty well. There's a lot of mechanics in this combat system. It would take a lot of study to really understand everything that's happening, but it's powerful enough that you can just kind of power through a little bit. All right, Orthrus hits level 2. Helping Wind. For every 3 wind ether consumed by allies, applies Sidekick to self. Whenever an ally triggers Sidekick, shields both attackers for 2. The other guy does do that sometimes. He can trigger Sidekick. Or Sidekick attacks from allies deal 2x2 damage hits. I think I'm more likely to use Joint Protection here. $25 ether crystals and 5 gold. All right. I guess we're dropping down here. Another combat here. Can Can I isolate this guy from his allies, or do they just join up? No, they join up. Okay. So we know the slime is dangerous. Let's open... Yeah, let's open with this, I think. Toxic Slash. No. We don't want to put poison on him. Maybe a grapple? That did 2 damage to him. We don't have another earth attack to stagger this guy. It's interesting that their responses change when I change stuff. Oh, I guess this would stagger him, though. Even though it puts poison on him, if we kill him before he can use it, that's fine. And then you can do either Aqua Pounce or maybe a basic attack. He's staggered. That's fine. Oh, I didn't think he'd get to go because he was staggered, but he did get to go. Maybe it's a passive trait. So because we didn't kill him, we took a little bit of damage from that earth slash thing we did. All right. This should heal himself here, if I understand his trait correctly. Yeah, he healed for 3, and we killed the poison guy. We can stagger you with a lava bolt. Okay. And then Aqua Pounce or Bubble Trick. So I can apply Sidekick to myself or just do more damage, but we're not going to kill him anyway, so I'll take the Sidekick, I think. Let me use Firestorm. Oh, he's got an area effect. Oof. That's nasty. Okay, we need to kill these guys. It looks like Aqua Pounce will finish the poison, the Tatzel Worm. And then, yeah, a Lava Bolt or an Ignite here. Okay, looks good. So I guess they are gathering corruption. I don't quite know. Maybe it's for taking attacks. Wolpertinger hits level 3. What do we got here? 4 times 3 damage on target enemy on interrupt applies 2 sidekick to self. That's expensive though. 2 fire, 2 wind. Steals an enemy ether and is a free action. I like that. 2 by 5 damage against all enemies. Plus 15% crit chance. Critical hits purge 1 enemy ether. So we have to save up 3 and 2 here. I do like that though. Let's grab the big AoE. So we'll have to save up for that and try it out. We gained a common ocarina. Okay. On support action, heals the ally with the lowest health for 3. Basic attacks generate 1 additional wind ether. I do like that. We just saw we need more wind ether. Start of your turn, shield for 2. But this does healing and generates wind. Ether plus 1, but health is reduced by 6. I don't think that's that good. Let's replace that with the ocarina. Yeah, it looks like there's no unequipping. You just replace. It's a really interesting combat system, and the art is fantastic. Okay, so we've got 3 more choices here. So we did the night. You found the end of this zone. You might want to use the map to check if there are any undiscovered spots left in this zone. You can also use the map to teleport to any points of interest. Okay, hold on. M. So was this... What was this? Oh, this was the Blessed Pond. Okay. So how do I see their corruption? You're at, I think that's 9 for you, 9 for you, and 14 for you. Not quite sure how you get it. All right, let's offer 10 gold to cleanse 6 corruption from all monsters. Yeah, that lowered it quite a bit. I could spend more to get some off of Orthrus here. Oh, I can only do it once. All right. So it looks like I did see everything on the map. So our choices for the next zone are the Envoy, the Ether Spring, or Ether Crystals. We have some Ether Crystals. I don't know if I want more, if this is a chance to spend them. Ether Spring or Envoy. Envoy sounds like an NPC. Maybe I can talk to him and learn something about the game. Let's do Envoy here. Okay, so I don't know what happens here. Monster Shrine. I already have 3 monsters. Can I get a 4th? Cockatrice generates wind and fire. Hot temper. I'm not sure I want to do that because I don't know if my party can support 4 or not. I thought it said I could only have 3. Yeah, this looks like I'm full, so I might have to replace one of them. I think that was in case somebody died or something. Or if I came here first instead of the other location. Okay, that's going to be the Envoy. Let's talk to him. Do my eyes deceive me? Another Aethermancer here inside the void? I'm called Alioth. They sent me here to investigate the massive void phenomenon. Are you here to assist me? I'm here on my own. The issue seemed too important to ignore. Aethermancer are operating on their own. So you weren't sent by Equilus. How curious. No matter, surely we could still help each other out. I take it you're proficient with artifacts, aren't you? I am indeed. They've had quite an impact on my travels. In that case, I believe I can help you out with my magic. Let me see what I have for you. A strangely shaped ore chunk hovers in the air above Alioth's hand. This is ethereal ore, metal infused with ether, commonly believed to be extremely rare. Much more common within the void, however. I could split the ore in 2, forming 2 artifacts. One for you, one for me. You can have first pick if you like. All right, behold, the product of the ethereal ore was that was torn asunder, never to be remade anew. So I can take the chromatic scroll, breaks 3 poise on target enemy, 2 charges, resets every time I rest, or the hexing harp, purges 2 enemy ether. So breaking poise staggers somebody, makes it easier to capture them, but hexing harp they need for actions on their turn, so I can prevent big actions to some degree. I think I'll take the hexing harp. I'll just rest here for a while before I continue my treacherous expedition. What we got up here? Some coins. Okay, hold on. Some more coins. There's multiple paths here, which is kind of interesting. Void parry. Okay. We got ambushed. All right, we got some new enemies here. Let's take a look. Wholesome. At the start of combat, applies 1 regeneration to self. Whenever regeneration triggers on this monster, applies regeneration to each other ally. Okay, so they're a big healer. Gift of the Worm here. On support action, applies temporary power to self. On attack, transfers all power and temporary power stacks to every other ally. So he's a big support guy. Eagle Eyes. This monster can copy the last 2 enemy actions and use them once. Uncopied action purges the same amounts and elements. Yikes. All of these are nasty. I think we take out the healer first, maybe? I do have the hexing harp. I don't know how to tell... So, all right, let me try this out. They've got 2, 1, and 2, right? So if I use this... How do I tell who's... Is this changing at all? It's not changing. It's just down to 1 and 0, right? Okay, I guess that worked. I'm not sure if I used that correctly. You take time to build up. You can copy our actions, and you're the healer. So I think we start... What do I have? I have 3 fire ether. Yeah, I think we start with an ignite on this guy. That should stagger him. That's good. And he's got 2 burn. So now these 2 can go. I don't have ether for them to do abilities because I have 1 fire and 1 earth here. Right, I should, if I wanted to try this, I should have saved up. His basic attack generates wind, and you generate water and fire. So we're gonna have lots of water left over from these. I guess we burn this guy down. And you now could do an aqua pounce. I think it's better to generate some ether here. Whenever your monsters take a certain amount of direct damage from enemy actions without being protected by shield, they take on corruption. Okay. Corruption lowers their starting health in each following combat. Try to avoid corruption if possible. Okay. So let me try this hexing harp again. I'm not sure which... So I think it's going to take 1 water and 2 fire no matter who I target. Let's see if that's right. Yeah. Okay. Idril Vari says, sorry, I'm quiet today paying monthly bills and watching the checkbook shrink sucks. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. All right, so we definitely want to kill off their healer. And then if possible, we'd like to stagger one of these guys, but they've got quite high poise. I have 4 fire ether. Oh, I have lightning chaos available. Let's try that. That was quite impressive. All right. So we probably can't poise break this guy, but we might be able to kill him here. That consumes all the fire and leaves him with a regular attack or an aqua pounce. That's also enough to kill this guy, so let's kill that guy with the lava bolt. And then do I want to... Oh, this will do some poise damage to him. All he could do was a basic attack. Yeah, this guy's corruption's getting a little on the high side. Let's stagger him and heal ourselves. And then I guess we just finish him off with basic attacks here. Okay, looks good. It's a very interesting turn-based combat system. I like it quite a lot. Okay, you're getting close to level 4. You're level 3. 1 more combat. Okay, got some loot drops there. Some more coins. Oh, we got something interesting over here. Okay, 2 of these little support guys. All right, what do we have to work with? Yeah, let's stagger you. That's good. And then... Yeah, I don't have much that can work on you guys, so I might save up a little bit here. Purge and enemy ether is good. I think I want to take one of the Wind Wolf's ethers here. And then I guess all I can do is a basic attack. You're staggered. Let's try and burn you down. There's a basic attack. I like that. Another basic attack. Round 2. Okay, so... I have lightning chaos here. That leaves me with some 1s across the board, but still, this is really strong. Or I could just firestorm against all enemies. It looks like it's actually more damage. So let's firestorm here. Okay. Now what? I can use a basic attack to kill this guy, so I might as well do that. And that gives me some powers here to do what? I can't stagger anybody. Although this gets close to staggering you next turn, so let's do that. Fire Ritual? Okay, I don't like the sound of that. Alright, so I don't have Aqua Pounce. I have Lightning Chaos here. Fire Ritual. Purge 2 enemy ether. Generate fire, fire, fire. I don't know if I need fire, fire, fire. Although it would be really good with Lava Bolt here. Alright. Let's purge your fire ether. And give it all to me. Then... Lava Bolt this guy. The stacks of fire will kill him. And then I guess all I have left is a basic attack on you. That's a big hit. Get a reset action. Where's your burn stacks? How does that work? I don't know. Okay, I'm not sure. I could heal here, but I don't need to because I think I can finish this. Firebolt will just kill this guy. Let's do that. 38 damage. Damn, dude. Nice. Oh, that's right. The burn stacks only hit when you're attacked. Okay. Combat's getting a little challenging. We should get some upgrades here. All right, on interrupt, apply sidekick. He already has an aura, I think. On attack, consumes up to 1 fire ether to deal a 5 fire damage hit and apply 3 burn. I like enkindled ether. And then you... Lava Surge, 2x4 damage against all enemies, and can apply power to self. Heals all allies, cleanses 2 debuffs, applies sidekick. Let's get that. That sounds good. Deck of cards, an artifact. Okay, that's a new artifact for us to use. I like that. Oh, okay. Here's our exit. This big thing makes me think it's like going to a boss fight, maybe? We didn't do whatever this is. Oh, right. Okay. And then we have more of the map to see over here before we move on. Got some goodies there. Another fight down here. Oh, it's gonna be... We get a bonus from coming from high ground, too. Okay. Okay. What do we have? Deck of cards. Consumes all of your ether, then generates 7 random ether. So I have... 2, 1, and 1. I have a total of 4 ether. So I should consume my ether and then use the deck of cards, right? Lava Bolt uses almost all of it and puts burn stacks on people. I could also generate some water and another fire ether before using this. Or I could stagger these guys. Ignite will stagger one of them. Let's do that. Okay, so he's not going to take a turn. That means I have nothing left, so I might as well use this deck of cards now. Get a bunch of random ether. Okay, so I've got quite a lot of stuff now. So now I could stagger this guy, maybe. No, I can't stagger anybody. I got Bubble Trick. This gives me Sidekick, so I should use that first, or Fire Fang first. One or the other. Maybe I should hit the guy who's staggered here and just try and take him out. So then I use Fire Fang. And then the Sidekick might kill him here. Not quite. That's a huge amount of damage. He's gonna die. Is he permanently gone now? Ooh, that's not good. Okay, that's bad. I need to stagger you now and kill you. Any chance you have an AoE? Deals 5 damage hit to self. Alright, let's save that for next turn. We can kill this guy with a basic attack and generate some ether. I lost one of my guys here. Fire Fang will kill this guy and get me a sidekick stack, so I'll take that. And then looks like Ignite is the way to go here. He gets staggered. And then sidekick kicks in. Okay. So we got victory, but I lost one of my guys, which is terrible. You just lost a monster in your last fight. This happens to all Aethermancers eventually. You may use the map to teleport back to the monster shrine at the start of the zone to rebirth a new monster there. Okay. Before I interact with this stuff, then, I should go rebirth my monster, right? Alright. Can I get the same one back? No, I have to go with a new one. Okay. Do I want poison? Do I want the cockatrice or the tatzelworm? I don't think we have wind right now. We have like fire, earth, and water. So I might be better off going for the cockatrice here to get some wind. Flurry applies dodge to self. But then again, there's synergy here. All right, you know what? Maybe the synergy's better. Let's get the tatzelworm. So he gets a free level up? Okay. Plague seems amazing. And then an action. Regrows a free action. Cleanses debuff. So this only applies to himself. It's a big damage. I'll take the big damage, I think. So Tatzelworm appears. We can head back over here. We got the skull. Oh, that's pretty decent for him. He applies a bunch of poison debuffs. And then over here we have a blank memento. So we could get another copy of somebody. An altar. The top is a huge stone slab. Pretty heavy for sure, rather nondescript. It's probably dedicated to the monster deities, but it might as well be used by any number of different religious groups. To tell the truth, I've lost track of which cults are still around and which ones went out of fashion in the last centuries. Alright, so that doesn't give us much to do, or anything to work with. Looks like we've finished the map, so let's go down to the departure zone. And our options include Witch, Merchant, or Loot Drop Epic. Well, I think Loot Drop Epic is where we're headed. As you may have noticed, corruption is a constant danger that diminishes your monster's survivability throughout a run. There are only a few ways of cleansing corruption. They only cleanse a limited amount of it at a time. Successfully dealing with corruption by preventing and playing around it is one of your main challenges as an Aethermancer. Okay. pretty solid game, I gotta say. You gained the staff. Okay. Hit +1 grants each hit a 10% chance to land a critical hit. On action, 33% chance to apply power to self. Wow. Okay. So we want to keep the... I kind of want to keep the armor here and the ocarina. Although he doesn't do a bunch of support actions, does he? Wind generator +1. Shields are good. Yeah, this is good for him. Looks like something I'll try out for sure. Yeah, it's a really cool, interesting game. I guess the armor is the best thing to replace here. I kind of like the skull for him. Let's give him the staff. Start exploring a little bit here. Oh, I had a dash. Hold on. This tent appears to be rather new, which means there are people actually living in the void. They call me mad. Okay, it looks like that's about... Yeah, we're starting to... Okay, we're starting to see what the map has to offer here. This is a champion monster. You face them at the end of each biome. They're tougher, have more skills, and use 2 actions each turn. You have to defeat them to advance to the next biome. All right. Oh, staggering him is going to be very difficult, it looks like. Okay. Okay, while most enemies have a simple poise weakness corresponding to one of the 4 elements, some enemies have a special poise weakness. This champion monster isn't weak to any of the 4 elements. Instead, it simply needs to be hit with a great amount of hits to be staggered, regardless of element. Also, since it's a champion monster, it only loses one of its actions when it's staggered. Okay, so we want as many hits as possible, which means the 3x3 here. A 4x5 would be fantastic if we could generate... We would need 2 water and 1 fire mana. The 4x2 damage clause would be good. Let me open up with this. Okay, that also poisons him. So now I think I use my deck of cards. Yeah, let's use those. Okay, we got 3, 4, and 2 here. Not quite enough for explosive rush. In fact, we don't have much of anything there. I can take the 3x3 ignite. That will stagger him. He'll lose 1 action. Okay, so he's got 5 stacks of burn. And then you can't really do anything, so let's use your basic attack to do 2 attacks and generate some ether here. He's got 170 hit points left. Wow. Okay, he got hit with weakness, but that's okay because he's mostly about generating poison. Also, I can heal him here. All right, now you... 3x4 applies 6 poison to enemy. Yeah, let's use Envenom here. Get as much poison on him as we can. Same with Burn, and then next turn we'll have to stagger him again. This would applies 2 burn. 2 burn. What do we have here? Sidekick. 2x6 damage against all enemies. I can't afford that. Purge an enemy ether, I think, is good. That's 8 damage. Or I could use Sidekick here. And then when I use Lava Bolt, I'll get another basic attack, I guess. So I think there's more damage from applying Sidekick. Oh, we add 1 hit from his equipment. All right, so then we're gonna lava bolt, and the sidekick should kick in, I think. Do I want to save? I think this might apply more burn than the other one. Yeah, there's the sidekick. Nice. The poison and the burn are going well. Okay, he's pretty low here. Oof. Okay. So, I don't think we can stagger him again, which means we just need to do damage here. I do have Monster Flask and Capture. I probably can't use Capture on a boss monster. I should heal somebody here. You're at 17. Okay. I need damage here. I can purge his ether. 2x3. I should get my sidekicks up first. 4x4. Purge. Sidekick. Poison. All right, let's take the sidekick first. I don't know if it applies to both attacks from his friends. Then we'll throw on the poison. That gets poison up to 14. There's the sidekick. He's at 7 health. Basic attack finishes him, right? Let's go all out with a lava... Nope. Let's go with a grapple here. He's staggered and defeated, right? Nice. Victory. That's very cool. So they gain worthiness, which I believe is the meta progression. Yeah, you leveled up to level 2 worthiness. Okay. Health plus 5. Ooh, you know what? We're using a lot of sidekick here. As long as this monster has sidekick, other allies gain plus 2 damage. That's kind of nice as well. The random ether. 2 damage is good though. Let's grab that. And we got some loot here. Staff. Okay. 75% chance for hit plus 1 grants a 10% chance to evade each incoming hit. Okay. Replace the ocarina. Now, my monsters have a lot of corruption here, these two, which is not great. I think I want to hit the merchant. We built up quite a stock of stuff here. Looks like there's only one path left, though. Did I miss anything on the map? I did not. Where does this go? Doesn't really tell me. You've entered the rest site. This is a safe place in between the dangerous biomes of the void. The cauldron you see there is the monster meal, specially prepared for your monsters. It will cleanse a large amount of corruption. Okay, I'd love to see that. Okay, so they're all at 0. And the merchant. Interesting. Another Aethermancer. Who are you then, child of soul? You're familiar with my kind? That's unusual. My name's Syriax. Many things are known to us. Apologies, but who is us? And what are you doing here anyway? Why, this is our home. The fractured ruins. Is there a better place on Terrestai? And by us, I mean us. A humble trader living a simple and modest life, and his associate. Say hello, Sally. Are you aware you're inside of the void? Yes, the void. A natural part of our world, I'm afraid. Life and death, ether and void. With the chit-chat out of the way, perhaps you are interested in my wares. Care to buy anything? Okay, so we've got the staff, 50% chance for hit plus 1, a rare banner, gives an aura, all allies gain 7% crit chance and evasion. Meh. A monster soul, an antidote flask, or bonus experience. Grants 1 experience to a random monster. This is spending 52 of whatever this is. You have an epic staff and a rare staff. So you have the common skull, which I actually kind of like because it can apply more poison. But would I want to replace this with something for you? Crit chance and evasion. And you go up. I like that. Wild ether. So I can get another aura on him. I guess you can have 2 auras, but you can only have 1 of each aura trait across all monsters in your party. Okay. Okay. Debuffs is good for burn and poison. Every 3rd hit of an action is a critical hit. For multi-target actions, it's every 2nd hit. I don't remember if he has... I think he has at least 1 thing with more than 2 hits. This is pretty strong, though, Fatal Upkeep for us. So, I can keep buying this. I can get a 2nd artifact for healing. I don't think I need either of these. I don't need a monster soul, so I'll just keep buying. I guess I'll get 1 more bonus experience here. Okay. And I guess that's it, right? I don't need to summon anyone. Tatzelworm's health is a little on the low side. We've entered the Forbidden Fortress. Boy, this demo has a lot of content. I'm impressed. I don't need to summon another monster. All right, well, I think this is a really cool game. I'm not sure I want to play the rest of the demo here, because I feel like I should leave the rest of the game for those who are going to play it. Like after an hour and a half, I've got a good feel on what the game is. It's a really cool, interesting system. What I would be curious to know about is whether the overarching story is interesting as well. We've met a couple NPCs, you know, we got the general gist of it. The void is consuming the world, save the world. Is there more to it than that, or is it just ever escalating combat, collecting monsters, building your deck, for lack of a better term, and leveling up and enjoying the admittedly very, very solid combat system? I'm not sure, but if you were intrigued enough, there's more content in the demo here, so you can play for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and get to where I am. Maybe pick some different monsters or a different build and check out what the fortress does. Or you can straight up buy the game. I can't remember. Let me check. Aethermancer. Let's go to the store page on Steam here. The full game is available. It's currently on sale for 10% off its $22 base price at $19.79. So it's available now. I really am impressed with this demo. It's very cool. It's got a lot of content. It's not too short. It teaches you the game and shows you a lot of what's available. But undoubtedly, the further in you go, the more interesting and complex the combat becomes. Anyway, that's going to be it for my let's try of Aethermancer. It seems pretty damn good. Really nice graphics. Excellent combat system. Interesting mechanics. Yeah, really cool demo. Really cool game. Idrilvari, thanks for tuning in, and thanks as well to anybody watching the VOD in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed this demo of Aethermancer by, oh, I've already forgotten who makes it. By Moirai Games. Yeah, Moirai Games. Never heard of them. Yeah, I'll be back later today with some more XCOM 2. Other than that, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.